It was raining like cats and dogs. That's the old expression that people like to use, but it was raining like a motherfucker. The week was full of rain. Like right now, it's insane. Like the monsoon season. Um, Sometimes at night I'm woken up by the rain. It's raining so hard. The wind's blowing so hard. Um, it sucks. It sucks to have to deal with the rain. You know, sometimes when it's time to go train, it starts raining really hard and you don't want to get on that bike and ride to the rain. The rain, when it hits your face, it feels like little pieces of glass. It's fucking irritating. And then when you get to training, you're all wet. It's a shitty situation. But the last week, it was probably the least productive week of this whole journey. Uh, I took Monday and Tuesday off because I just decided to just let my body completely rest for a few days. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, I didn't do anything. I rested and stayed home. Not home, but stayed in the Airbnb, got a lot of work done, and just focused on relaxing and not using muscle or anything. So I just fucking chilled out. That's basically it. I'm telling you right now, chilled out. Monday, Tuesday. So on Wednesday, I went to. I had an appointment with a doctor. I highly recommend a doctor, Dr. Jared. He's the guy that I met down in Ruai. So got in a cab. Don't really want to ride a bike down to Ruai. It's a pretty decent ride. So I got a cab, drove down to Ruai to his office. So when I got there, he ran some tests, did his doctor thing, and gave his diagnosis. So basically, for my hip, there are a couple of muscles, like deep muscles, like underneath the, where like the meat of the butt is. Like there's muscles underneath. There's one in the back and there's one in the front. And from his analysis, he says that those muscles are the ones that are most likely causing the pain in your hip. And he recommended me to go see a physio to look at the hip, to get some treatment, and then come back in a couple of weeks to see how the treatment is going. So I'm gonna take his advice, and he gave me a physio that is closer in proximity. So I will give her a call, or I did give her a call, Leela. Made an appointment, I believe, for 2:30, and went to go see her. One thing positive that came out of that meeting was that he mentioned that I had no issues with my bones or the placement of my bones or the placement of any discs or anything like that. So that is good news. After taking off Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, I thought, why not? You know what I mean? Why not go to a workout before I go to my physio appointment? So I woke up in the morning on Thursday and went to fitness class, like normal. Normally, on Thursdays, I'll go to fitness class and do the 5x5s. I went and completed the workout, did all 5x5, and had a little bit of pain in my hip. So when I went to go see the physio a few hours later in the afternoon, I explained to her the whole situation where I was having pain, and then she got to work. And she just went in deep, on my hip, and it hurt like hell. But I feel like I have a pretty good pain threshold, so I can sit there and take pain, especially physically, and kind of muscle through it as best as I can. I'm not really a type to be like, oh, I quit because the pain is too high. I don't think I've ever done that. So I just let her do her thing, and it felt better. I felt better almost immediately afterwards, but you don't know until you go and train. Also, part of the treatment was a couple of machines. Like there's like I think it's very similar to like a sonar machine where they like kind of, it's a machine that goes deep into your body, into your deeper muscles, and does something to the muscles. I don't know, relax the muscles or shock the muscles. To be honest with you, I have no idea, but it's something that's good for what is bothering me. Also, another muscle that kind of like stretches your spine with heat. applied to it. I've done that, or I did that, and seems like it's working. You know what I mean? You can't really tell off one visit, but you know, if you feel better, you feel better, right? So I did feel better afterwards. Friday, woke up, did a bunch of interviews, and then went to do a light workout with George, weekly mid session. Since I haven't been working out as much as I want to, and I've been skipping a lot of sessions for many different types of reasons, I didn't feel so good on the mitts. I felt like my timing was off. I felt that I would be in the wrong position in certain movements. Like when George would throw a command out there, my brain wouldn't respond as fast as I would like it to respond, and then sometimes I would do the totally opposite thing than what George would command. And I feel like that is also part of, you know, fighting, is to keep your focus and do what you need to do at the right moments. And even in mid session, when no one's even throwing a punch back to you, you get that feeling. You get the feeling of, you know, if I was doing this against somebody that was trying to kill me or punch me back, I'd probably get fucked up because I'd be in wrong position, or my head isn't like tilted the wrong way, or I'm not moving my feet fast enough, the distance is wrong, or I'm not covering, you know, or I'm not protecting myself with my hands as effectively. There's so many different things, but yes, I felt like shit, and having all those weeks of not training consistently has affected me, even with mitts. So I felt that it was a productive session, but there was a lot of things to learn and a lot of things to take away from not being able to train. So I took the weekend off and went back on Monday. Well, we'll go back on Monday with a fresh set of fresh mindset, and hopefully these sessions with the physio is going to help me to not find excuses. I feel like maybe I've been coming up with too many excuses, and I think that's something I need to go into the mirror and have a talk with myself about the type of excuses that I'm having. Are those the right excuses to have, or am I just bitching out and finding ways not to train? That's the battle within myself. I'm trying to beat, or I'm trying to win this battle. You know, I'm trying to win this battle and win the next battle and win the next battle and win the next battle. I don't know exactly what the battle will be next, but right now my battle is to continue training on a consistent basis with little nagging injuries or injuries that I could I can definitely push through and train. Because I made a deal in the beginning of this, is that I will be fighting inside of a cage or a ring, MMA, under MMA rules. And I cannot get out of that in any way possible. So for the people that have been watching, don't ever think that I'm going to be not fighting at the end of this. There is going to be a fight. If it's not in September, it'll be on a later date, but there will be a fight. So don't trip, don't have any doubt about that. I have to step into the ring. I make promises. You know, Scarface says it best. You only got your balls and your word, and you don't break them from nobody. I gave my word. I'm not going to break it for nobody. So even though I'm going through all of this shit, I'm still going to definitely step into that cage and get in the fist fight. So don't worry about that. Next week, I'm going to be back in full gear. If you guys got any questions or any comments or anything, you know what I mean, that you can input, you can, you know, even some advice after watching this video, if you have any, just leave them in the comments, and I'll get back at you guys.